This incredibly fortified Capitol building. I want to note that what you're seeing now in this incredible police presence took a while to materialize today. And our Pentagon reporter, Therese Garnier, had confirmed today the National Guard was originally on traffic control duty today at the Capitol. Once this violence actually broke out, the Guard told Therese they couldn't immediately move to assist law enforcement there in the Capitol, National Guard. Therese confirmed that that request for the National Guard to assist law enforcement has to go through the Department of Defense. It has to approve the request, and then orders are issued to the Guard. And that sounds cumbersome, and it is, but it's designed to prevent the National Guard from overstepping what the mayor of Washington, D.C. has asked them to do. Well, the D.C. Council said this afternoon the Department of Defense denied the Washington mayor's request to expand the Guard's duties. The council said earlier today it was appalled by that decision. Obviously, this is going to be something that lawmakers and the D.C. Council is talking about for a long time to come, in addition, of course, to the kind of political rhetoric that has led to this moment tonight. Speaking of which, there seems to be sort of a reckoning among the platforms that have allowed that kind of rhetoric to live for these past many years of division that has worsened and worsened and worsened. Tonight, Twitter has locked the president's account for 12 hours after he deletes 3 tweets they want gone, 3 tweets that frame this election as having been stolen, as being fraudulent, and that praise the people who stormed the Capitol today and occupied it for several hours. The president has to delete those 3 tweets in order for him to regain access to his account. And even after he deletes them, he's going to have a 12-hour moratorium on his account. If he doesn't delete them, he's locked out of his account. And if he deletes them and then further violates the rules, Twitter says, he could be permanently kicked off the platform. That's where we are tonight. And that's a step that Twitter has not taken. YouTube has removed a video the president posted earlier today. Facebook has also removed that video, saying that they calculated that it's going to cause potentially more harm than good. It was that video in which he said, Chance, go home peacefully, but he also said this election was stolen.
I'm really anxious to hear from leaders in Congress, and we anticipate we'll be hearing from them in just a few minutes here. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. You know, if they have some rule that they have to continue just with their 30 minutes of discussion, but really it seems as though the nation right now needs to hear some comfort, some reassurance from members of both parties in leadership to tell us it's going to be okay. We are going to get through this. We've heard a little bit of that. And this is the time, I imagine, that they're trying to figure out, what do I say?
And I think you've heard a little bit of that from Mitt Romney, from Steve Daines, who you were just talking about. But I think there's universal condemnation of these folks and asks that they be prosecuted. And I think that perhaps is an important step to seeing some of that reassurance and unification.
Yeah. And it's going to take action behind it. You know, doesn't just happen. It took us a lot to get to this point, and it's going to take a lot of work to get to the other spot. All right, James, thank you. We're going to be back right after this. Congress is expected to continue the count of the electoral votes in the hour ahead, about 5 minutes from now. When they do, we're going to bring it to you live, end to end, uninterrupted, right here on Newsy. We're going to be back live right after this.